Autobots, transform!
If you've seen any of my reviews, you know that I've had these things in my possession for a while, and I wound up getting these for my clearance price. They went on clearance at Target, and I took my receipt back, got a price adjustment because I had never opened it. And anyway, here is the back of the box. This is the Yellow Lion. This is my third review of these. I started with the blue, I did the red, then the yellow, then I'm going to go green, I'm going to go Black Lion. Anyway, here's the back of his packaging. Shows him weaponized. Shows the fully merged Voltron figure here. Shows you can fire the missile. Underneath the box is another shot of the lions. They look pretty good right there. Anyway, I'm going to get this thing open. Oh wait, does it have a bio? Yeah, it has a brief bio right here. So you can pause that and read that if you would like to. I'm going to rip this thing open. That's why I didn't keep the packages in really mint condition. I usually try to keep my stuff in better condition than this, but I knew I wasn't going to keep the package, so I really didn't care. It got kicked around a little bit. Inside, if you haven't seen the other two Lions videos, this is the first one you're watching. Here is the little Playmates catalog of featured figures that you can buy and collect. Action figures, the lions, the different merged guys, the different features they have. I think inside, oh, this is the 16-inch Legendary Series Voltron, and on the back, yeah, they're not too concerned about this 84 series. And here is his little instructions. I'm not really going to get into that. Pop it open. There it is. I mean, this is like one of the few toys, unless you are 4 years old, you don't need instructions. And if you are 4 years old, I don't know if you can read the instructions yet. I don't know, kids are getting more and more advanced. And if you're joining me for the first time, I unbox my toys on camera whenever possible. If they're already unboxed, then obviously I can't. One more on his leg. These little plastic things are molded to look like rope. That's crazy. Anyway, here is the Yellow Lion. I don't expect, I have one more tie. I don't expect this to be, other than the weaponry, to be much different. And, oh wow, he has a tie on his back foot. Other than his weaponry, I don't expect this lion to be much different than the blue lion. I kind of had a notion to cram them in there together. So hopefully this review will be short and sweet. Gonna unfold his tail. We're gonna take a look at his head. Have him look at the camera. His head can look slightly to the right, slightly to the left. There's a little bit of rocky movement in there. He can look up pretty far because he transforms to the foot, and he can look down pretty good because he transforms in to the foot. But there is his head and neck articulation coming to his mouth, and his paint apps on his face look pretty clean compared to my other lions. Coming to his mouth, get my finger in there. Looks like he has the exact same molded missile as the blue lion, and it's spring loaded, and it's a very powerful spring, which is really cool. Coming around to his leg, if it wasn't for his head, it probably would 360 at what would be the shoulder and at the knee. Of course, it folds up into lion mode, so you have all what would be expected articulation. Then coming to his foot, get him down like this, up like that. There's nothing at the little claws, so you can get him into some leaping positions if you wanted to. And it's the same articulation for the front legs and the back legs, in case you were wondering, so I don't bore you to death with that. Then the only other thing that would be articulated would be his tail, and it simply just folds up right there. It feels like it's hitting something once or twice, like here, then there, but that's it. That's pretty much all the articulation that this guy has to offer. So I'm going to move on to his weaponry. He comes with his dagger that goes in his mouth, and This thing could be painted better. I can see a lot of the silver bleed in there. He has some splotches on the blade here and a lot more over there, which his paint is a lot better because because he has less, because we're working with blue plastic here. I mean red plastic here and here, and the yellow plastic. So the only place he really has the paint would be the red and black here, the black here, and the silver, the white on the face, which is done clean. And the silver bits on the side are done very clean too. So other than this piece so far, this is where the only problem lies in the paint job. This goes in his mouth. It plugs into the roof. It's designed to go this way. And here it is in his mouth, and he can slash road beasts at the knee or waist. So I wonder if this blade actually has a name. I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does, but I don't know it. I don't know any of them, but it's his blade. And then all their weapons in the cartoon, they weren't color coded, but in the packaging, I guess to appeal to consumers, the yellow goes with the yellow and the red with the red and all that. Here is his like missile pod, spiked missile pod. He used this in the cartoon a lot. It's usually found back here on his rear leg, and it would rotate and fire spiked bombs everywhere, and it rotates, but it doesn't fire. And again, it's color coordinated to his yellow. A little paint. The paint on this is a little bit better, and you can pour it in any one of these holes, wherever you want it to go. Left, right side. You get it. Then he has the missile pod. And this thing would usually form over here when he would materialize it. And it's supposed to be two separate missiles, but instead of loading two different springs in there, we get one missile. The other guys had three, but he has two via his exclusive design. And let's see if I can figure out how to fire this thing. What's hidden in here? It's hidden very well. It's molded in. And we're going to fire this. Not as strong as the others. I don't know if it's because of the design or just the one I got. It's pretty cool. Okay, and this is what he looks like with all the weapons attached at one time. And he's going in a heavy battle against the road beast. Well, most of the times when they use these weapons, they were fighting like the ships coming in. Not necessarily a road beast. Like when multiple fighters or whatever it were, a spacecraft would come from Lotor and Zarkon, and it'd be just a wild battle with all these weapons. Okay, now I want to bring in the other lines that I reviewed thus far. I'm starting with the other leg, which is his palette swap, to see how they compare. These things are a pretty cool size here, and this is how they look side by side. And I've also reviewed so far the red lion. See how he scales. I think they look a lot better in scale than most versions. Most versions, the arm limbs are way smaller than these guys, but this doesn't look so bad. And now here he is with the 30th anniversary yellow lion. See how these two guys look side by side. Let me switch them around. Move them back a little bit. See how they look and compare. And again, as with the other lions, we have no number. And I'm trying to figure out why they chose to go that route to have no number on there. Pretty much used to the number. And you can see the similarities between these two. Obviously, this one's a little bit more detailed, chrome, die-cast, and smaller. But this is their side by side. I don't know why they arc this one so heavily right here. And it's die-cast, so you can't reposition it. I think I like this a little bit better as far as not having an arc. Underneath, similarities, and that is pretty much it for that. So yeah, my final thoughts on this piece is pretty cool. The yellow is cool, and opening these guys, I like them a lot better than I thought I would. He's pretty lightweight. The thing's hollowed out. It's not solid at all, but they're on clearance right now, like at Target, and I think at Walmart, or maybe Myers. But I know at Target's clearing these guys out. But near me, I only see the Black Lion now. I might see one or two of these guys, but the Black Lion, they have a few on the shelf, and I think he's $14.99, $15.99. If you were only going to collect one, I say grab the Black Lion and be done. And if you're going to try to get them all, if you're just going to try to get one or two, I don't know about collecting just one or two to stand alone on your shelf. It's either all or the Black Lion for me. But I do recommend this guy, especially at the price. I mean, the regular price wasn't bad. I think it was $19.99, but now they're like $11 or $12.99 now at Target. And don't hold me to it. I know at Target around me in Michigan, and I think either Myers or Walmart, because I go to all the damn stores when I shop for toys. I zigzagged each one of them, try the hunt of the toy thing. So yeah, they're out there and they're out there cheap. And I recommend it if you can pick it up. This is George, 80 Transformer fan, saying see you soon.
Autobots, transform!
Alright everybody, welcome to the bonus review, and it is the Yellow Lion. I'm not going to go through all the chit chat I did in the other reviews. Here is the front of his packaging. This is Voltron Legendary Series Yellow Lion from the current Netflix TV show by Playmates. Bottom of the box, back of the box. This one has no real bio. It shows you the pilot of the figure and the toys inside. Get this guy open, unboxing for the bonus review. Right into it. This guy has a humongous accessory inside. And if I'm not mistaken, the yellow lion represents earth, the blue lion represents water, the red lion represents fire, and this is the earth lion. A lot of people actually missed that they were like the elements come together. Oh, he fires like some type of disc. And they all use translucent blue plastic. Well, not all of them. But a couple of them have already had translucent blue missiles. And now this guy has translucent blue disc. Also get out his... He's in some type of little hover. His little ship is different. Wow. Get this guy out of here real quick. Can push on with the review. He's on some type of little hover vehicle. It'd have been nice if they could have squozen in a little bit better paint. Instead of just painting it all black, it probably would have been better if they went all yellow or hit it with this blue. But there he is, and you can see like the little hover things. I haven't even seen this on the cartoon, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Anyway, here is the more modern version out of his packaging. And he's big and he's bulky. He looks mean. I was not feeling the overbite or underbite of the lower jaw design on these guys. This kind of was a turnoff for me in the design. It looks to me, and I'm not trying to be hard on it, it looks a little goofy. And that's another reason why it was hard for me to get into the more modern cartoon. I've tried watching it, but I don't think it's for me. But here he is out of his packaging. Get him stand up a little bit better. And a couple of his hind claws are softly molded plastic. They're kind of stuck together a little bit. Probably from packaging. Anyway, we'll take a look at this guy. He has a few scrapes on his nose. Looking at his paint apps, his eyes are yellow. And that's kind of weird. His eyes are yellow and the toy is yellow. And real quick, I'm going to break out the 84 version. And this was the only one of the 84 versions to not have yellow eyes, and they made him blue. And I believe they did that because he was already yellow. And make it stand out. And on here it's just yellow. And I wonder if it's yellow in the cartoon as well. But it's just yellow. I have to dig up a photo and see. And I probably already stuck a photo in here already as you're watching it. He has some molded in detail here, which is identical to the blue lion that I unpackaged, I believe. Then he has like this mechanical tail that kind of reminds me of the tail on Ravage from Transformers. Was it Revenge of the Fallen? So like it's really mechanical and it can drill and grab or whatever. I don't know if that's the function it serves. But this is a real soft plastic, almost rubbery. His claws look like they could have had a better coat of yellow on it. You can really see the gray bleed through on those. But all the silver looks good, the black looks good. And here there's black paint in there. That looks pretty good. And he has a little red stripe and this big plate of armor right here. Yeah, it seemed like he would be kind of sweeter without it. I wonder what purpose it serves. Oh, it comes up. It does something. I don't know. I wish I knew a little bit more about these guys. I'm going to have to look into it. This might spark my interest a little bit more. His head can look up that far, which is pretty cool. Look down that far. And that's without transforming to the foot. I don't know if it sits like that, sits all like that, and I don't know. And he transforms to the foot or leg. His leg articulation is pretty standard because it tucks away to form Voltron. You have this much rotation at the shoulder. You have that ratchet you can hear popping at the elbow. And you have another ratchet down here at the foot paw. You can get about that much motion. He can look like he's leaping across the metal or whatever. And you can get him in pretty much all the poses you can get out of an animal or a lion in real life. Like he's stalking. Move this thing back a little bit. So that's pretty cool. Also, you can get him sitting down on his butt. He's just relaxing, just chilling. I like his joints, his ratchets, a lot better than the 84 version. Like they're totally two completely different toys. They're both a giant lion that transforms into a giant robot, but the parts and pieces are completely different design and put together. Like with the shoulders. Well, let me just get them out here. The shoulders. The legs, his legs are way bigger. The complete design from the paws. Sorry, the paws. Let me zoom out. Like we're dealing with two completely different designs, which is very cool. They're the same, similar, but different. And I'm gonna try to go ahead and get some weapons on this guy. Well, he only comes with the one weapon, and I believe because it's so dang on large. This is his like some type of cannon. It has gray plastic here, which I love that they just didn't paint the side. They added different plastic. It has the trigger. There's a red plastic. There's a gray plastic in here. There's some black paint here and some white paint here, which is pretty cool. See if I can get this thing mounted on here. I don't know if it's supposed to cock back and forth. Take a disc. These clear discs. It's this arrow. This is the top. Drop that in. I don't know if I can put them all in at the same time. And wow. Break into the castle. Let's see if I can load all of them and keep firing. All right, here we go. Wow, that's pretty cool. Normally in America, the safety regulations won't let you fire certain things like that. I guess, man, because it's a hard plastic. It's not gummy at all. But I guess it's rounded, so you'd be pretty safe. But that's pretty cool right there. And that is his giant cannon on top, which, said it again, it's pretty cool. Then he has this compartment underneath that opens up, and the pilot can come flying in here and pretty much, see if I can get it, dock right here. And the underneath is molded the same shape as the little craft, and it just uploads there and ching. activates. It would have been cool if it made a sound when the pilot comes in there. I know these things. I think the main Black Lion is voice activated when he attaches to these guys, which I'm going to get to. But anyway, that is the Legendary Series Netflix Yellow Lion. And I'm George, the 80s Transformer fan, and thank you for watching another toy review, and I'll see you soon.